So, like, this is the last section, but not the least section. Okay. So this section is completely about advance, maybe advice for the students and as well as freshers.
This will keep on happening. So you should keep on learning from those experience and try to make yourself better.
Hey all, this is Shenil. Welcome, Shenil. So Shenil is working as a database administrator for a couple of years. So it's almost like he's having like 4+ years of experience in overall industry. So the first podcast I'm gonna start with Shenil. So he's one of my best friend in Cisco. So he's working along with me in Cisco. So we both belong to the same team. So I thought like maybe he was also a college graduate like recently. So I thought like maybe why can't I start with someone who is a college graduate. So this is how we are starting with. Yeah, over to you, Chanel. So can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, so hello everyone. So hi Anil. As you have said, I'm working in this industry. I've spent close to 4 years. After passing out from college, I've joined TCS as my first organization. Then after working for close to two years and 10 months in TCS, I have joined Cisco last year. So this is I've completed close to 1 year and 3 months working in Cisco. So the environments change after you switch a job, so you face new challenges and all. So yeah, I'm now quite stable with the environment after I have changed it, and now learning new things and going on in the journey. So yeah.
That's a very good intro, Chanel, by the way. Thank you. And thanks for giving your time for me. Like when I said like I want to shoot a podcast with you, and then like you said, Chalo bhaiya, like let's shoot. And then like it gave me a like what you say, quick boost up for me. And thanks a lot for that. So yeah.
Yeah, no
So let us
problem.
start with the first section of questions. So
Mhm.
yeah. So section one, like let's come to the reality transition. So like transition from college to the corporate. So my first question was, uh, so how different was college life compared to your first job in the company?
So for me, it is entirely different because in college life, if you are a computer science engineering graduate, then you go across all the things that you'll have exposure in the job, like you learn OS, you learn DBMS, you learn data structures and all. But I am a mechanical engineering graduate, so for the 4 years I have read completely different things, like related to machines and your gears, bearings, and all. So no network, database, and servers were there in my curriculum. I derived my interest towards computer science engineering because it was a growing field. It had so many great options. So I started preparing after I passed out from my college. Actually, I joined a mechanical industry itself. So there I felt that there is much more interesting work that I can do. So I started preparing for um, I started preparing to face the computer science engineering interviews for software engineering roles. So from there, I got a chance to get into TCS. I started my journey from TCS Indore. There, I worked as a DBA for two years and 10 months. There I So that is my first. That's where I got to know about how does a server work, how does networks work, how a database works, how code gets deployed, and all the related things, how the system design works, and all the intricate details of what we can say of what is running behind a software. So from there, I developed more interest towards this. I kept on taking up tasks in TCS, learning new things, and then I made a switch. So yeah, it was it was entirely different from my perspective of what I have learned in college and what I work in the industry now.
It's nice. Like it was actually a good transition and like so changing from mechanical engineering role to a computer science background, like where people work on DBA stuff and everything. So I guess like your transition like maybe taught you a lot in this change and everything. So yeah, it was actually a nice channel from you. So, like, what was the biggest shock for you when you entered the industry?
Uh, I do not remember a kind of shock. Like the things that you face are escalations, a delay in deployments, and delay in your commitment. So that is when the reality hits you, because many times you have been delivering good, you are doing the good work, you are getting appreciation and all, and once you do a mess up, then you'll face escalations and all. So that is a part of this job. It is nothing new, everyone faces this. So yeah, that is a kind of like when the reality hits you, when you are doing good, it all goes good, but when you do a mess up, that time you learn more things than as compared to while you are doing good. So that is the thing, and from there I have learned that you should be you should not be hopeless in the situation where you have done a mess up, because it
Hmm.
happens with everyone. So, and even in that situation also, you get to learn something so that you don't do it again, or if something similar kind of situation occurs, then you'll be the one to face that confidently and solve that issue. So that you can call not exactly a shock, but yeah, that is a new thing that I've come
Okay.
across for the first time while working in the IT industry, or any like in mechanical as well. The same thing follows.
That's nice. So yeah, we'll go to section two. So this is section two is completely regarding your entry journey. So entry journey is nothing but how did you reach
Mhm.
here? So yeah. So how did you choose the specific
Mhm.
Oracle DBA role? So was it a planned decision or something that happened naturally? So when you joined like TCS, you said, right? So how did you
Uh, well, um, um,
choosing Oracle
so
DBA?
TCS, how TCS works is they hire you not for a specific role.
Okay.
They take your exam, they hire you, they take a generalized exam, they put some pseudocode questions to you, some coding questions, some general knowledge questions, they test your aptitude, reasoning and all, and they put you into different projects. So that time when I have joined TCS, that time there was a segregation happening. Some people may be joining the system admin part, some people may be joining the network team. So I was assigned this team. I was
Mhm.
trained in this
Okay.
field particularly, and then I started getting interview calls for this role. So there, I like this work because for the first time I actually saw like how a database is interacting with the applications, and how the applications are being built, how the architecture is designed. So I found this field interesting, so I went with the flow. Like I joined the project. I got two project opportunities. I joined one of the projects. Then I learned a lot because it was a small team, and there is a lot to learn, because at a time you were the only one who is facing the clients and all, because there may be other works, people are busy, so there is no one to shadow you. You are on yourself to face the client and solve their issues. So yeah, that part I liked about this job, so I kept on going with the flow after I joined TCS. And then when I felt that yeah, I have done something, I have learned something here, and I can move on from this to I can move on from this company to a better position, a better role. That time I started applying. So yeah, it is not a kind of decision that I have planned, but it was given to me and I liked it, and then I carried it on. So it went like that for me.
That's nice. That's nice. So, like in general, like so you came to Oracle DB, right? So, what resources or like platforms or guidance, like any seniors, any of your seniors who, when you joined like TCS, so did they help out? Like
Mhm.
what exactly helped you in preparing for this particular specific role?
See, I was not at all aware of this particular role, and many other roles that exist in IT industry. I'm still not aware of. I still learn some that this role also exists. This is also a new technology, because I was completely new to the field. So I started with basics. Many my seniors, my manager in the previous company and in the current company as well, are very supportive. They have never let me down. Every time I have showed up to them for with some question or some doubt or some problem, they have solved it out. So in my previous company, when I recently joined, I remember Keshav was a very senior guy. He's still one of my best friends. So he helped me a lot throughout this journey. I used to work with him in shifts, and he has taught me like how to handle what to tell clients if something goes wrong, what to tell clients, what not to tell them. That also he has
Hmm.
taught me, because not everything is to be told to end users. Because there may be a unnecessary lot of questions that they may not be aware of, and that is a part of the process. So that is where I got to learn the first step, like how to take the first step. Then later on, when you get comfortable with the terminology, you go ahead and search it on the Udemy platform or Coursera platform, or there are many websites available, many blogs written for this, documentation provided, so that you can surf through, and you get an overall idea like how things are working at the block level.
Hmm.
So that will give you more and more confidence as you keep on growing. So it's still a lot to learn for me in this field, and for many other people, it's still a lot to learn. That how things are working at the basic level. Like if you trigger something, it triggers. It is your belief that it will go through. But if it does not go through, then what to check, how to debug. All these things you'll keep on learning slowly, step by step as you come across the issues. So
So
yeah,
you,
first step is to go for the professional courses and all.
okay, okay. So let's come to the next session. So this is completely on the skill reality part. So like I guess like you prepared something. I mean this goes quite common across all of the developers and also like all of the people who are working in the IT industry. So we prepared something during our college days, and then after coming here, so we'll be working on something different. So exactly our
Hmm.
audience also wants to know like which skills exactly are, I mean, they're actually used in the daily life in your job as an Oracle database administrator. So which skills exactly you're using here?
Okay,
Okay.
so basic things, you should be having a clear understanding of how the applications work, and then and overall like how the transactions happen. Then the next part is how the OS things are working. Like you will have your system hosted on an operating system. So the
Okay.
Linux operating system, you should be having a basic knowledge. Then the application overview, like how JVMs are working and all, you should be having a basic knowledge. And the in-depth knowledge is required for the database particularly. So how the SQLs are getting triggered through databases. When you run a select query, what does happen? When you run an insert a DML statement, what does happen? So like these things you need to be well aware of while working, and what are the various parameters that we look for while encountering any issue, or how do we go for the logs and all. So basic troubleshooting should be a skill while working in this field. You should be able to go through the logs, identify the exact issue. I mean, you may be facing a lot many issues, but there is one issue that is the root cause for that problem. So you should be able to get that root cause and then try to act upon it, because solving the symptoms won't solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
uh, as
Yeah.
a STF, as a long-term fix, you should know the root cause. As a short-term fix, you may solve the symptoms. So that is the one thing. So troubleshooting and getting the basic understanding of how an operating system works, how DBMS work for a college level person,
Okay.
and how the overall software engineering is going, networks and all. You should be having the basic idea. Then you'll learn in the industry as well.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. Actually, you give a lot of skills exactly which are useful in your daily life. So I guess like my audience might note it down. So which are like required maybe who want to become a DBA. So like
Mhm.
I'll tell one like I have something different question. So what are the most important things you use daily in your job here? I mean like those things that the college never taught you. And then when you come to industry, so and you did not expect that, but industry is teaching you right now. So
There are many things.
that's like
Okay.
you not
Yeah,
learn
go
in
ahead
your
with your
college, and
question.
after coming over here, like you learn after coming to your industry or something like that.
See, everything I've learned in college is not related to this industry, because I am a mechanical graduate. Even I went
Mhm.
for GATE in mechanical as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but I left that and joined this field.
Okay.
So one thing that while you go through Udemy courses, or while you go through any of the course that a professional has designed, he may be having some experience, but every time that solution won't work in your area, because you may be having environment specific issue, you
Hmm.
may be having issue with the backups, and that issue will not be solved by the standard operating procedure that is being provided,
Okay.
because these things are environment specific. Then you may be having a performance issue, like your SQL is not performing up to the mark,
Hmm.
or some of your codes are not working or not going through as expected. So that actually you may be having a documented procedure on how to performance tune SQL, but that will not work in your environment, because that document is not having access to your underlying data, and
Okay.
how the architecture is being built around that, how the table architecture, index architecture is being built around that SQL. So
Hmm.
that is one thing that you will find a difference, that all the times the SOPs won't work. You may face problems, and you may need to go a little apart from the SOP, try to observe like what is the environment,
Hmm.
how the environment is being designed, and then you so these all things, at first you won't be able to get this, like starting at the very beginning of your journey in the IT industry. You'll get all these skills into your bag along with your journey, so nothing to worry about that. But yeah, this is one of the things that I find different in the lab environment and the actual environment, that SOPs will not always work. And second thing, in lab environment you have no dependency of on your application. Like in the production, you can't take a downtime for 12 hours and do whatever you want to do. You can't do that. You'll have a limited downtime. You'll have stakeholders dependent on you, so you'll have multiple dependencies you need to
Yeah.
take all along that with your activity. So
Okay.
that is one thing that SOPs won't teach you. You need to figure it out yourself, how to handle clients, how to handle multiple applications, and how to handle your issue as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually a great info. I guess like whoever are joining us, the freshers, like it might help them a lot. So many of them come with an expectation that like whatever I read in book, like maybe I can try that solution and then I can fix the problems. But that is not the case. So as how you explained, like it might go into a better version as well. So yeah. And let's move to the
Okay.
next section. So that is very interesting section for me actually. So it's on mental pressure and growth. So yeah, how do you handle pressure, deadlines, production responsibility, and expectations? So as you were talking, like there are like some escalations and also like the deliverables which needs to be on time. So how do you generally handle all those in your current existing industry?
Well, handling all those, I'm still trying to figure out on how to handle them efficiently. And everyone, I believe, is figuring out only on how to handle the escalations, the downtime issues efficiently. But see, if you go into a downtime issue, so certain things about, as you grow in your field, certain things that okay, the issue has come. Long term fix might take time, but the short term fix should be immediate. You should not keep your application or anything, your dependencies down for 12 hours just because there is an EOC in the scenario where you can solve it.
Okay, okay.
So you may be yeah so you may be facing that a data center has gone down, or you may need to you may end up in, if I go technical, I can say that suppose your data center is gone down, and the database did not get failed over properly. You may end up in a split brain situation. So at that time you should be aware, like what all things are going on in the database, and what all things are going on in the system, and how do you handle this.
Mm-hmm.
But that comes along with the experience. That is not a one day thing that you're going to learn. So if I talk about the pressure, it is only the production going on a stake. So that you should be having the short term fixes ready. I mean, you should go through the basics and uh, get the short term fixes ready. That if this is the situation, this should be checked, this should be checked, this should be checked, and this is how I'll bring my production back online as a short term fix. Then you'll be doing a long term fix, anything. working on that. So this is one of the issues that you'll face, and you'll get accommodated to it along with the time. Another thing is the expectations that you need to do something apart from your regular job, like how beneficial your job will be for the end users, how you can improve the performance, how you can save cost, how you can um, how you can better the things, right? So that as you gain experience and you serve across your system, you get to know about the points that can be improved. So that you should be aware of, like if it is a table space issue or a tables issue or a performance issue or something, so you should be aware of, like these things have a scope of improvement. So when you study and when you work, you will know the difference, that this should be the standard, but this is the current scenario, so it has a scope for performance, it has a scope for improvement. So these two things you need to be aware of to handle the pressure at your work environment to do better, and handle the production issues as well.
Okay. Thank you. So this actually helps like maybe your audience to handle the pressure, and like maybe suppose there is an escalation tomorrow, like maybe production issue tomorrow. So these insights like make them like, okay, like we can do it this way. So it would even in the stressful environment, like they can solve the problems, and it could be an easy go for them. So yeah, thanks for that insight. So I have like one more thing. So what keeps you motivated to stay in this particular DBA role? So you're working for 4 years, right now? So yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
like
correct.
what exactly keeps you motivated to stay only in this role? So I don't want to move to other role or something like that. So like working for 4 years, like you might get what do you say, like maybe some kind of experience, right? So what exactly you think about that?
So even after working for 4 years, every week I face a new challenge. Like this is a new challenge. This as I have never faced before. It may
Oh.
be a production issue. It may be a downtime issue. It may be a P1 incident. So in a P1 incident, many things I get to know, like which I have never seen before. Even
Hmm.
in a production issue as well, I get to know about things which I'm not aware of before. Even if it is a new enhancement, then also you get to learn a lot of new things, like how the architecture has been changed. So you need to get accommodated to the new architecture. The things may be working differently in the new environment. Then environments are also different. If you consider two identical environments, those two identical environments will have a lot of differences because of the data being stored in them. So when the data differs, the underlying processes also differ, the load differs, and all these things differ. So every environment you pick up, you'll find a new problem. Every Even if a problem looks similar to an older problem, then also it will have something new, because the underlying data is different, the size of that data is different, the how the codes are being deployed is different, how the architecture is being maintained is different. So even after working for 4 years, every week I come across some new problem, some new situation. So yeah, that keeps me motivated. And you can I mean it is not that you particularly stick to this field as well, this field only. You should be having an overall exposure of how the OS things are working, how the network things are working. Then maybe you can go towards the storage side, and like so all these things will keep on coming to your way, some way or the other. The new systems will keep on getting introduced to you, so you have to work on that, learn new things. So this is one of the motivations that you can have, and you will have. You can't escape this. So you can keep on doing this work for 10-15 years. There won't be an issue, as long as you are ready to learn new things. So not particularly stick to this field. You go across
For the field.
other fields as well. You take ideas for automation, you take ideas for self-help tools,
Hmm.
self-service tools. So
Hmm.
yeah, you can do all these things, and you can improvise and keep
Yeah.
getting excited, I
That's
can
nice.
say.
That's nice actually. So you explained all the situations like very clearly, and like maybe like this could be motivate like many of them exactly like who are in the existing role as well and who want to join this role as well. So there's some kind of like good motivation. Like I got impressed actually on this. So yeah, let's go. Let's move to the other section. So this is completely about the real work exposure. So I want to know about, for example, you made any mistake that became a big learning for you, and it became a big learning point in your this 4 years of journey in your life, maybe like in this 4 years in the IT industry.
Yeah. So there, like my mistakes and the mistakes that my colleagues has done. So
Okay.
these all are a learning part for everyone, because if something goes
Okay.
wrong, it has to, because it is not like I have done this wrong. Anybody can do that wrong.
Okay.
Anybody could have triggered that in a wrong fashion, and it would have created a EOC. So it is not like a single person is responsible. Sometimes a process is responsible. Sometimes the excessive pressure is responsible. So like that, and sometimes it may be a human error as well that can
Hmm.
happen. There is no escape from it. So along with that, like the mistakes that you have done, I find it like the end users are not very aware of the terminology that we use. So he may be referring to a table space, and he is calling it as a table. Now these are two different things, but he consider this as same, and he'll ask you to create one table for him, and you say that you create one table and give it to him, or you ask him to create by himself by providing the right procedure, and
Hmm.
he'll escalate that issue that this person has not solved my problem properly, even though you have done it. So because he is not aware, like table space, I mean, this is a bit technical. Some of the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
may
yeah.
not be aware, but table
Mm-hmm.
space and table is a two different things. And if
Terminologies.
you are asking someone to create a table, he'll create a table and give it to you.
Hmm.
Now you expect it to work as a table space, then it is not going to work. So this is one of the, so you should be having a clear understanding on what the user is asking. Now at this time, the user who is asking this to you may be a director or a
Hmm.
senior manager.
Hmm.
So at that time, then you'll be in deep trouble, even though it is not your fault. So you should have a clear communication with him, that what exactly do you want, what problem are you facing, then accordingly you should act. It is not like that he has told me to do so, so I have done this and given back to him. So that is the first escalation that I have faced. So that was a
Oh,
learning point,
okay,
that
okay.
even though you do all the things right, you may get an escalation from senior director in your company. Like in my
Hmm.
previous organization, I have got into this situation,
Oh,
and
okay.
I got my manager called me in my previous organization when I was in TCS,
Okay.
and told me that you have done this wrong. So even though I was not at the fault, so that was the first learning that I got into this in the real world exposure, that
Hmm.
you should be having a clear understanding of on what the end user wants, and you should act accordingly, and not on just what he has written in the Jira ticket, and you're doing the same thing and replying back to him. That is one of the issue. Then you face some while doing certain activities, you may uh, do certain things that land you into trouble. So that you should be careful of, very very careful of, and you should have a record of what you have done, what was the situation before, what you have done, what exactly it has caused. You should be aware of that. And how the things are working in your environment, you should be aware of that as well, so that
Hmm.
if something goes wrong, you may not be able to figure it out, but you should be able to consult your seniors that this is the things that has gone wrong, and you can suppress it there itself. It will not become a big issue. So you should not hide all these things. You should clearly call out that I was trying to do this, by mistake I have done this thing wrongly, I because of you're not aware, you're new to the system, or anything. So that should not be kept hidden. It should be called out, so that if there should be no, because the end goal is to reduce the impact of what
Hmm.
you have done. It is not like to give a clean sheet to yourself. The end goal is to reduce the impact, that there should not be a widespread impact on any of the application or the business.
Got it. Got it.
So these two things I have learned in the real world scenario, that I'll keep with myself forever. Along with that, I'll learn new things in the coming journey as well. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're saying that there should be a clear understanding and then clear requirement scope when you're getting something from the end user. So it should not be like something like when you simply like you get something and you go and start working on something and then it leads to some impact or maybe something comes up in between. So yeah, this is actually a good thing. So which our user like maybe our audience also will get to know. So this is actually quite what do you say, good learning you have, and then like quite interesting as well. So yeah. So now, like I have some different section. So this is mostly about your early career clarity. So are you
Mhm.
planning to deepen your expertise in this particular DBA role, or like are you shifting towards like maybe roles like cloud, DevOps, data engineering, or something like this? So do you have any plan, or like maybe you wanna stay here, like how it is, or like staying here itself, you wanna
Well,
get experience on those as well?
yeah, so the last option that you have said, I'll go with that. So you should be having the domain knowledge of one particular field, and along with that, you should be having the expertise on all the related fields. You should know about cloud, you should know about what's going on, the AI, the
Mm-hmm.
vector DBs and all. Like it is a hot topic in the market currently. So just I have called out that. But yeah, you should be aware. Even not particularly this particular field, even the related fields also. Like you have operating systems, you have networks, you have storage. All these things are aligned with the field that you are working in. So you should be aware of all these things. And then again, at times you may need to reduce the cost a company is occurring. So you need to move out the bare metal systems or the VMs to cloud machines. So that time also you should be aware like how the similar things are working on cloud, because at times you need to manage network by yourself in cloud. If you are having a AWS account um, um, or account on Azure or some cloud, then you may be the sole owner of the system that you have created. So that time you should be aware, like not deep understanding, but you should be having the basic understanding of how networks work, how the operating system is working, how the underlying infrastructure is being laid out. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I am also not an expert in all these fields, and I am not an expert in my field as well currently. It will take a lot of
So,
time for me to learn
mm-hmm.
this field and the related fields as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you need to pick one field, get your expertise in that field, and along with that, you should train yourself in all the related fields so that you will have a overall. You will, because sometimes an issue may come and you're totally unaware, like where is it going to,
Okay.
because you're stuck at a part where you need to involve network, or you're stuck at a part where you need to involve some other team. So at
Okay.
that time, you'll be clueless. So you should not be clueless. Whatever the other person is, the you may seek help. You'll get help because every company has dedicated sections. But you
Mm.
should not be clueless like what's going on. You need to be aware of that. So I am also need to be aware of that. I am also not well versed in that. But yeah, this is the answer that suits this question the best as per my understanding.
It's nice. That's actually so nice. So like I have one question for like maybe early in careers and also like maybe students as well. So like how students can decide or like how early in careers can decide this particular role is fit for me or like this role is not fit for me. So how can they decide on this particular? I mean, how can they judge themselves? Like what maybe what criteria comes into the picture?
Well, this is a bit tough question because I started with one career and I found it suitable.
Okay.
But the only thing you can figure this out is start to work. So
Mm.
when you start to work, suddenly you'll at a point you'll get to know that this is suitable for me, this is not suitable for me.
Okay. Okay.
So it may be you can say that it is a time consuming and it is very confusing procedure. Like 1 or 2 year you'll be working here, 1 or 2 year you'll be working there.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, the only way to figure out is to start working in your college as well. You should be start building up projects, and you should
Okay.
start working on understanding the architecture.
Hmm.
That time you should get an idea like this field is suitable, I should go ahead with this field, and this field may not be suitable. So growing along with the IT field, some people uh, find that finance is more relevant to my interest. So they jump even after 6 years, 7 years, 8 years of experience. They jump from IT into finance, and then they become successful in that field as well. So
Okay.
that transition, the scope for that transition should be there, is what I believe. And you should be you should be what I say is eager to go for that opportunity. If you feel like this place is not fit for me, you should
Mm.
be eager to take up the new opportunity, take up the new challenge, and go to a new field and try to settle yourself.
Okay. Okay.
So that whenever you feel like I need to move out, you should move out. You should put extra efforts to do that thing. So
Mm.
there is no perfect field for anyone. But yeah, through trial and error method only is my way to find out whether it will work or not. So this is
Yeah.
what I can see.
This is a great advice, actually, a great advice for the students and as well as for early in careers. Yes, Shanil. So actually, like your answers were quite good. So it would be helpful for more students, like I thought. And then like you're also giving in that way only. So yeah, we can start up with the next section as well. So like this is the last section, but not the least section. Okay. So like I wanna tell like I mean maybe this section is completely about advance maybe advice for the students and as well as freshers. So like the first question, like maybe what should students stop doing immediately if they want a serious career? So, like, if the student want to come into a serious career, what they should stop doing immediately? It's not like start, what they should stop.
Well, if he's a studious, like he's a student who loves doing things, but he keeps on hopping from one thing to another. Like someday he feels like I should learn this. Someday he thinks like I should build this project. Someday he thinks I should start learning finance. This should be stopped. Like if you have picked up one career, you go with that. You
Okay.
learn all the things,
In
you
that.
will get to know that if it is not suitable for me, if it is suitable for me, and if it is not suitable for me. But if you face one obstacle and you leave that thing there itself and then hop on to a new thing, then it won't let you anywhere. So it's not good. I mean, you should be knowing all the things, but jack of all trades, master of none is not
Hmm.
a worthy thing, is what I believe. And if you're not studying at all, then start studying
Hmm.
because the coming um, the time that we are going to face will be tough. The jobs will be less, and I mean, not less, but yeah, there will be challenges because the AI is going
New
growing,
technology
cloud
evaluates.
environments are growing. Yeah, so you should not be a executor. Like someone has given you some task, you executed it, and you know nothing. Sometimes you get to know about it, sometimes you have no idea what you are doing, but still have you done it. So that should not be the case. You should know what's exactly going on, what these things are going doing in the background. So these are in all the fields, not in particular this field. In all the fields you should be having that clarity. And the second thing is what I told, that you should focus on one thing and then complete do it for some time, for a reasonable amount of time. After that you feel no, that it is burdening, I'm not liking it at all, then you switch it. And that also your the things that you have learned won't go in vain. That will be your experience, the add-on that you're gonna have. But yeah, you stick to one field, complete that, try to work in it. After that you may be interested, you may not be interested, then you can try switching it.
That's nice. So, what mindset helped you survive in your first year and like make you grow in your first year? So when you came out of college, and like I know like when we come out of college, like we will be in that mindset as a students, and then like in the industry we won't be like okay, we are into industry and we won't be like what do you say, employee transition. So from student to employee transition, like it will be some kind of like delayed will be there. And some employees like they transit very fast, so students transit very fast, and some students it takes time. So what exactly helped you to move from as a student to a like industry person in your first year of
Well,
schooling?
when you are in college, whatever you do is appreciated, even if it is useful, even if it is not useful. That is not the case in industry, and
Mm.
that should not be the case in industry. Only the worthy thing should get praise. So that is one thing. Now in college, if you have done a small project, if you have done something that is not like you have not put much efforts towards it, but still it went successful, you'll get praise, you'll get appreciated. You feel like, I have something different in myself. I I'll achieve some great. You will achieve, but that time you'll feel proud of yourself. But when you enter, as soon as you enter the real world, you see people are much more experienced than you. They know the environment very well. They know, they have in-depth grip of all the things that they are working on. They know all the things at the basic level. So it is what they have earned in 15 years. You can't get it in the first 2 years of your career. You will face humiliation in meetings where you'll not know, you may not be knowing a simple thing, but sometimes it may take the other person who is telling that, it might have taken him 5 years to learn that, because it is a phase that comes into your life when you come across that particular thing. So you should not get disheartened when the things are not working immediately after you join a company, or immediately you step into the professional world. Things won't work. This happens to everybody.
Okay.
Like, every single person has faced this embarrassment of not knowing things in the meetings, in front of your seniors, in front of your leaders, in front of the customer. So along with time, you'll grow, and you will learn how to defend a thing even when you don't know it. So you will learn all these things along with your journey. So you should not get disheartened in the early years of your career. This happens to everybody, and this will keep on happening. So you should keep on learning from those experience and try to make yourself better.
So impressed. So nice, actually. So like I have like two more questions left out. So like if someone wants to become an Oracle DBA, like maybe the student wants to
Mhm.
become an Oracle DBA, or maybe like early in career wants to become an Oracle DBA. So what are the exact practical steps
Mhm.
they should follow? Practical steps, or maybe like
Start with learning the.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, complete your question.
So like practical steps, maybe the skill insights and everything.
You start learning with the architecture first. You should
Okay.
have an in-depth grip of the architecture. You should know how DDL statement is going through, what memory is doing, what the store, like what is the instance, what is the complete database. You should know about that. How a cluster works, then how high availability setup works. So you start with the architecture, learn about cluster, learn about high availability setup, learn about performance in the database, then learn about OS things, learn about multiple parameters that we have in the database, then learn about the what are what is the logical architecture, what is the physical architecture that we have. So as soon as you learn all these basic things, then you get into some real world situation, you'll automatically get to know what I need to learn next.
Okay.
So connection pooling, or maybe something, how the application is connecting, how the application is residing, is it a legacy architecture, is it a new like is it a legacy software, new software, uh, how the bare metal works, how the cloud works, you will get to know step by step. So basic thing is to start learning from the architecture, reading the documentation that is provided uh, from the official website, and the learning through the blocks, and then you will the experience will add to your knowledge. So you'll become a like
Great.
successful in this particular field.
That's nice. That's nice. So we have like one last question for the session. So that is like
Hmm.
many students and also many freshers like might be having some misconceptions, or maybe like not a clear understanding of the picture. Like maybe okay, don't go to Oracle DBA. Like this is that. Like so, what would you tell for them, and what exactly you can tell them? Okay, these are not the misunderstandings. Like this is something like what an Oracle DBA does. So this kind of one kind of insight if you want to provide to all the people, like maybe it's across students or across early in careers, whoever it is. So what exact one statement you would give?
None of these careers are dying careers. They have they have still a long life left to be lived, and even if they are dying, there is an alternative. You'll get to know that at this point you should move out of this field, and you should use your experience, learn about new things, and then uh, step out. So sometimes people don't even join. They're not getting any other job. They're getting into this field or some other field, not particularly this field. Like for many fields, it has been said these are dying careers, don't join them.
Mm.
Now you are not having an employment opportunity and you're rejecting the only thing that you have. So it is not like that. Once you step into IT industry, you may transition within your company as well. You don't like backend, you can go to data field. You don't like data field, you can go to infrastructure side. You don't like infrastructure, so like you can move around. You can go to technical stuff where you'll be taking decision regarding a product and all. So these all transitions happen within the company itself. It happens, you may need not to change the company as well. So start with something, whatever you have in hand, start with that. Try to learn new things. If you want to switch from here, if you feel that this place is not fit for me, try to learn new things, step out from that field. In that situation also, that field will give you some experience that will be helpful in your career. So these all things are interconnected. It is not like you need not to have any idea of this field and you can grow. This may be the case, but if you have gone through this one particular phase of life as well, and uh, you're trying to experience something new, this experience will help you. So try to start with whatever you have in your hand. Don't wait for a perfect moment that I'll start with this particular company, this particular role only. Till that, I'll not work, I'll study. That should not be the case. You
Mm-hmm.
can grab it up in future as well.
That's so nice explanation. Actually, like you said one sentence at the last, like many people think of that. I want to join this company only. If I get that offer, then only I'll start working. Otherwise, I won't do. Like maybe I want to like maybe try until that company I get. But the thing is, without entering into
Mm,
it, IT industry and like if you sit there like without doing something, like I feel like something is better than nothing, right? So just go work it out,
mm,
make it happen, and then like start apply for your own like roles, whatever wherever you want to go. So this statement actually
mm.
makes a lot of sense, Chanel. And like finally one last thing. So what made like tell me one motivational statement or something which brought you till here, and the same thing which you want to tell for the students or maybe like early in careers as well. One motivational statement or like maybe quotation or something, whatever, which runs in your mind. So it's maybe you can say in your mother tongue or
Uh,
like whatever it is.
well, action speaks louder than words, I can say.
Hmm.
So you should be more focused on doing the things than calling them out. So
That's
that
great.
is, and particularly I feel I do not call out the things until those are done.
That's
I
nice.
don't. Uh, it may be a superstition that I follow, but yeah, this is what I keep on doing.
That's nice. So impressed. So impressed, Shenil. And thanks a lot. Thanks for providing a lot of insights for our students and for early in careers as well. So I guess like most of the students like might have some of the doubts on DBA and like what DBA exactly does. So with this podcast, I believe their doubts are like completely cleared. And if like our students have like any more doubts and also like if they try to like what do you say like come up with some many questions, so maybe I'll arrange like one more like a working session with you, and then like we can have discuss them as well. So until and unless you can maybe share your LinkedIn as well, so like maybe our students or maybe audience can reach out to you like maybe for mentoring sessions or whatever it is, like if you are okay.
Yeah, sure, sure. They can find me at Shenil Gangrade, SHENIL GANGRADE.
Yeah.
So they can search me out. My profile will be visible there. There are no other people with this name.
Yeah. I'll
I've
also
figured that out.
Nah, that's nice. So I'll also post maybe in the comment section, so where people can come and stalk over your profile, and then they also can maybe have a comment connection request for you, and then like maybe they can start connecting with you regarding any of the details which they get in the future. And thanks a lot, Chanel.
Hmm.
Thanks for like your valuable insights. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.